Welcome back to the channel dedicated to sharing knowledge about the field of imported numbers. Recently, in the sales community on Facebook, I received a request from a member. This person wanted me to share about Switch build. Actually, I have worked with Switch before and found that this topic is quite interesting. It's especially relevant for those of you who are involved in trade, particularly in three-party export trading. So, in this video, Vi will be sharing the knowledge Vi has about Switch build, when to use Switch build, what the model looks like, and important things to keep in mind when using Switch build, as Vi goes through this topic. The outline for today's discussion will include three main parts. The first part is the definition of what Switch build is. Second, we'll look at the process or the model of how Switch works, Switch build. And third, we'll discuss the important points to pay attention to when using Switch build. First, let's talk about the definition. Actually, the name Switch build already reflects its meaning. Switch means to change or to switch everyone. That's why the Switch bill is used in a three-party trading model. And in this case, these three parties are situated in three different countries all around the world. Switch means that an original bill of lading is replaced by another bill of lading, and the information on this new bill has been adjusted to conceal the true shipper of the cargo. Here, the shipper is usually the manufacturer, the producer of the goods Vi, and the purpose of concealing this information is to allow trading businesses, trading companies, or brokers to more easily and conveniently conduct international trade, buying and reselling. And this Switch bill also helps save on shipping costs since you don't have to transport goods through multiple countries. In the next section, it'll explain its model in more detail. You will understand better. Here, let's look at an example. The case I've handled before is actually quite similar to this, everyone. Let's say there's a manufacturing company, the producer, which is Company A, located in Vietnam. There's Company B, which is a trading company based in Taiwan. And then there's Company C, which is the company, in this case, the end customer, and they're located in Canada. So the model works like this. The trading company will purchase goods from the manufacturer, which is Company A in Vietnam. Then they will resell these goods to Company C in Canada. You can change the country names as needed. These are just placeholders for the sake of the example. And the country names can be completely adjusted depending on your specific situation. So, in this case, Company B performs two actions. The first action is that they will sign a contract with Company A Vi. So we have contract A Vi with B here. Then they continue by signing another contract Vi between B and C. Company B signs a contract Vi with Company C. So there are two contracts like this. Now, how does the buying and selling process work? Regarding the delivery part, the goods will be shipped directly from Company A straight to the country of Company C without needing to go through Taiwan anymore. This approach helps save costs because you don't have to ship from A to B and then from B to C. That would incur extra shipping costs, so instead, we ship directly from A to C. What do you need for the Switch bill process? When Company B signs a contract with Company A, the contract will include a clause stating that log switch is required. Please inform the shipping company in advance. This means that the Switch bill must be requested. And Company A is required to notify the shipping company about this. Notify them in advance. About the Switch bill process, when this request is made, and when the goods are shipped on the bill of lading, the shipper at that time will not be. Normally, the manufacturer would be the shipper, right? So when there is a request for a Switch bill, the shipper on the bill will not be Company A, everyone. Instead, it will be Company B. The shipper will be Company B. and the consignee will not be Company B. The consignee or the recipient of the goods will be Company C. That means this bill. When there is a switch request, this process will take place. It's as if Company B is exporting goods to Company C, and at this point, there will be no information about Company A on the bill. They'll also provide a sample switch bill here. You can go to Visuan Hawkhawkum and look up the switch bill sample. Click, you see it away. To describe the part 1 just presented about the model, you can see here, isn't Company A the manufacturer? So originally on the shipper section here, the shipper or exporter should be Company A, right? Line is faint. This is Company A crossed out. We remove Company A and put Company B in the shipper section, where in Taiwan for the consignee section. At this point, it will be directly Company C, everyone. And the notified party will also be Company C. See that? This is an example of a switch bill. It is issued by the shipping company. This is the order issuance section. All right. Now, let's return to my next slide. Important notes when using a switch bill. What are the key things to keep in mind? First, only the cargo owner has the right to request the shipping line to issue a switch bill. Here, the cargo owner refers to the producer, which is Company A. So, when signing a contract between Company B and Company A is between the trading company and the supplier, you always need to include the requirement that the cargo owner, meaning Company A, must notify the shipping line to agree to the switch bill process, and the shipping line or the agent, after receiving the request, will confirm the switch bill process and will cancel the original bill in order to issue the new switch bill. To make the switch bill process easier, you should book your shipment with a freight forwarder VI instead of directly with the shipping line. That way, the bill that gets issued will be a house bill. Switching a house bill with a forwarder is much easier than working with the shipping line to switch a master bill. And regarding the timing for requesting a switch bill, usually you need to make the request at the time the bill is issued. It is mandatory to make the request before the cargo arrives. At the latest, 3 working days before the cargo arrives. If you make the request later than that, the forwarder or the shipping line has the right to refuse it. And the fourth point to note is that when Company B, which is Trao-Din, signs a contract with their end customer, Customer C, they must sign with the CFR term. Why is that? So they can secure the right to charter the vessel. By securing this right, they can carry out the switch bill process. Some websites and sources, if you search online, state that the contract between Company A and Company B should use the FOB term. A and B say FOB, but that's not always so, because in cases where Company A and Company B, the trading company and manufacturer, sign a contract on CFR terms, it's not LB. And when B signs with C, it's definitely CFR. B signs with C on CFR terms, and when assigns with B, it's also CFR. That way, Party B will have the right to indicate repay on the bill of lading, which will ensure consistency between the bill of lading and the documents. Ideally, we should choose TT, telegraphic transfer, everyone. This will help reduce unnecessary paperwork. Compared to incurring extra costs for storage and warehousing, these are expenses that can be avoided. So, if you use a switch bill, you should use TT payment. Okay, I hope that today's sharing will be helpful in some way for those of you working in import and export, giving you a better understanding of switch bills and encouraging you to confidently apply switch bills in international trade, especially when you are dealing with 3 parties. This often involves a trading company and parties located in 3 different countries. If you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video to help share it further within our import-export community. And finally, thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next videos.